Hey everyone, and a big welcome back. Today kicks off an exciting new series where we'll dive deep into the world of mobile legends, covering everything from essential items to in-depth hero guides, the perfect starting point for beginners. Alright, let's get into our first magic item, the Wishing Lantern. This is a fantastic choice when you're facing heroes with a lot of health points. It empowers you with 75 magic power, a 10% cooldown reduction, and a substantial 400 mana. But the real magic lies in its unique passive. If your hero manages to deal more than 800 magic damage to an enemy in a single instance, it will summon a flurry of butterflies that home in on that enemy hero, dealing magic damage equal to 8% of their current HP. It's important to note that this isn't as overpowered as it might sound. The damage is calculated based on the enemy's remaining HP, not their full health pool. So, if an enemy hero started with 5,000 HP but your team has already whittled them down to 4,000, the butterfly damage will be based on that 4,000 HP. Next up, we have the Flask of the Oasis. This item is a go-to for support heroes like Angela, Florin, and Minotaur. It grants a solid 60 magic power, 300 HP, and a valuable 10% cooldown reduction. But it also comes with two very useful effects. Firstly, it amplifies your healing effects by a significant 12%. For example, if your heal normally restores 168 health, with the Flask of the Oasis, it will jump up to 241. Secondly, it provides a shield to nearby allies when their HP drops below the critical 35% threshold. However, this shield only activates if you are actively using a healing or shield ability. If you're not using any such skills, the passive won't trigger. Keep in mind that this shield effect has a 60-second cooldown. Now let's talk about the Genius Wand. This clever item provides 75 magic power, a handy 5% movement speed boost, and 10 magic penetration. But it also has a secondary passive that can really chip away at enemy defenses. Whenever your hero hits an enemy with magic damage, it reduces their magic defense by 3, and this effect can stack up to 6 times. Each stack contributes to a 2-point reduction in magic defense. So, if an enemy has 100 magic defense, the initial penetration will bring it down to 90. Then, the stacks can potentially reduce it by an additional 18 magic defense. Just remember that this stacking effect only lasts for a brief 2 seconds. Moving on, we have the Holy Crystal. This item is all about raw power, granting a whopping 185 magic power, the highest single boost you can get from any magic item in the game. Its unique passive is aptly named Mystery. This passive dynamically increases your magic power by a range of 21% to 35%, and the exact percentage depends on your hero's current level. For instance, if you purchase the Holy Crystal at level 1, you'll get the base 185 magic power. But as you level up throughout the match, this bonus magic power will scale, eventually reaching a massive 35% increase. Next in line is Concentrated Energy. This item is your friend if you're looking for sustain through magic lifesteal. It provides a respectable 70 magic power and 400 HP. It also boasts 2 passives. First, it grants a flat 20% hybrid lifesteal, which is fantastic because it works for both physical and magical damage you deal. Second, after you inflict magic damage, your magic power gets a temporary boost of 5, and this can stack up to 6 times, giving you a potential total of 30 extra magic power. The best part? This stacking effect has no cooldown, so you can keep the bonus magic power rolling as long as you're dealing damage. Now let's shift gears to the Feather of Heaven. This unique item offers a blend of offensive and utility stats, providing 55 magic power, a significant 20% attack speed increase, 10% lifesteal, and a useful 5% cooldown reduction. Its first passive is where it really shines for certain mage heroes. Your basic attacks will deal an additional 50 plus a substantial 27% of your total magic power as extra magic damage. Secondly, landing basic attacks grants you a 6% attack speed boost per stack, up to a maximum of 5 stacks. This means you can potentially increase your attack speed by a massive 30%. And just like Concentrated Energy's passive, this effect has no cooldown, allowing you to maintain those high attack speed stacks throughout a fight. Moving on to the Electrifying Lightning Truncheon. This item grants a solid 75 magic power, 400 mana to keep your skills flowing, and a handy 10% cooldown reduction. However, the real magic lies in its passive, aptly named Resonate. When you hit an enemy with a skill, The lightning truncheon will unleash a chain lightning effect, zapping up to 3 nearby enemies for significant magic damage. This effect has a 6-second cooldown, so you can't spam it constantly. Here's a pro tip. When the Resonate passive is ready to fire again, you'll see a small icon appear just above your hero's recall button. Keep an eye on that icon. When it shows up, get ready to unleash some free chain damage. And finally, for part 1, we have the Piercing Divine Glaive. This item provides a respectable 60 magic power and comes with 2 potent effects focused on tearing through enemy magic defenses. First, it grants a flat 40% magic penetration. So if an enemy hero has 100 magic defense, the Divine Glaive will effectively reduce it to 60 before your damage is even calculated. But the second passive, aptly named Spellbreaker, takes this even further. It increases your magic penetration by an additional 0.1% for every single point of magic defense your target possesses. And this bonus penetration can stack up to a maximum of 20%. Imagine facing a tanky mage with high magic defense. If you manage to reach that 20% bonus penetration, your magic damage will become significantly more effective, potentially dealing up to 120% of its normal damage against that magic defense. So that wraps up part 1 of our comprehensive magic items guide.